Are you looking for a better way to nourish your body and also your immune system? Let me discuss to you these very important vitamins in our food. Okay, I call this CAB12. Do you know what's CAB12? This is Dr. Dorwin Lajot, nutritional medicine specialist and lifestyle medicine specialist, a member of American Society for Nutrition. And let me bring you this CAB12. What's this CAB12? Actually, there are three vitamins in CAB12. No, number one is what? C. Vitamin C is very important. No? In the entire nutrients, vitamin C is the master of all nutrients. They consider this as the master of all nutrients because these vitamins utilize what nutrients you have. Like for example, if you have other vitamins and minerals, these other nutrients can be utilized and be created into different hormones, into different chemical reactions into the body, like for example in metabolism. Okay, this is very helpful in metabolizing the B12, the formation of dopamine. Is are hormones, okay, for good moods, right? Dopamine, and for the serotonin, so you can sleep better at night. Okay, that is also very important. Vitamin C, and also utilizing the amino acids. Okay, that is very important. Experts agreed that this is the reason why vitamin C is called the master of all nutrients. Now, if without vitamin C, aside from strengthening the lining of our, like for example, the epithelial cells, okay, and preventing the damage of the lining of our system, the mucous membrane, and also the skin, but it is very important in maintaining the metabolism, the formation, and the regulations of the pH. That is very important. That is why we need vitamin C every day. Second is what? The vitamins we call vitamin A. Sometimes we forget this vitamin. Okay, vitamin A, a fat soluble. The vitamin C is water soluble. This vitamin A is fat soluble. What does it mean? Okay, Moyer, the author of the book Vitamins and Minerals, mentioned that this vitamin A is fat soluble, meaning you can have vitamin A in a plant or animals when there is fatty tissue there, okay, or essential fatty acid, meaning you can use this vitamin A when there is fats, essential fats into the system. That is why this vitamin A will store into your liver. That is why we need to control the intake of this, okay, but this is very important. It doesn't mean that this will give toxicity into the system. If you overload vitamin A, that is why it will just stay longer in our liver, that even if provide you toxicity in the long run of intaking it, okay? But I never heard that there is a problem with that. But there is more problem with vitamin A deficiency. Why? Because there are more people having this eye problem, okay? Blindness, okay? There are how many blind people out there because of this vitamin A deficiency? Second, fatigue, okay? And then resistance to infection. This is very important. Like today, we need a system, our immune system that can resist infection. There is infection, but your body, the immune system, especially the lining, okay, because vitamin A is responsible for maintaining the good quality of the mucous membrane, the fluid like there in the lining, like for example, the mucous lining, mucous fluid in our nasal, that when your mucus, okay, can detect some foreign particle, virus or germs, your mucous membrane will flood it out, okay, meaning will release mucus to let it out. That is why there is fluid coming from your nose or secretions, in over the mucous membrane. That is the work of vitamin A, protecting the epithelial cells or the lining, and also the skin and the mucous membrane of your eyes. That is why when that lining there will start to dry, okay, especially your nose, your nasal, then there is a sign of vitamin A. And when that happens, okay, the lining will start to crack. And that's the time, okay, when virus and germs will say, oh, thank you so much, it's already open, and they will go inside. And that is because there is deficiency of vitamin A. Remember, take note, that is very important. Now, the last vitamins that I'm going to mention is the B12. Are you familiar with B12? Okay, some people said that people who are vegetarian have a deficiency of B12. Okay, that is why they need a supplementation of vitamin B12. But if they are eating a balanced diet, okay, they can have enough vitamin B12 because you can get that in the food that is, like for example, blue-green algae or algae. Okay, you can get that, and your saliva can also, according to many research, that it can produce more enough vitamin B12. The problem is after we wake up in the morning, we gargle it and throw that out. Okay, that's according to many studies. No, that's why your saliva is so also important. That is why do not throw it out immediately. No. Just drink water before you gargle, or you need to swallow that saliva first. Okay, the bitter one. No, you need to drink it or swallow it. But it's bitter according to some. But it's better to have a supplement of vitamin B12 if you see that you have lacking of vitamin B12. Another one, people who get or eating meat, they also have enough vitamin B12. But the problem is, these people will have a problem of absorption. Most people who are eating more meat, okay, and not balanced. Again, a while ago we mentioned about vegetarian who is not balanced, but also meat eater who is also not balanced. Then they have a problem in the bowel, okay, and in the bowel that absorbs nutrients. Then the problem there, you have enough vitamin B12 because you have the source, the meat, but the absorption problem, okay, is there. So still, this person will have another problem, which is B12 deficiency. Now, how important is this B12? B12 is responsible for metabolism, production of the antibodies in the bone marrow. They are responsible in production of the red blood cells, and also, this is very important, the nerve, okay, the regulation of the nerve, the growth of the nerves, and the spinal cord, okay, where our nervous system travels in that spinal cord, the cord there, full of nerves, okay, where all communication pass through, that area at the back is the spine, and there is a cord there inside the spine, okay. So if that is not growing and it is deteriorating, meaning that is a lack of vitamin B12. People who have fatigue, psychological problem, okay, depression, neurological problem, is a sign, okay, of vitamin B12 deficiency. So according to many studies, that people who have lack of this B12 has this problem or have this kind of problem. B12 is the last vitamins according to the research, but they are very important. Last is better late than never. Okay, so I called it CAB12, C and A, then B12. These three are important in our immune system. The vitamin C, okay, for the formation, regulation, and strengthening of the barrier, but also the vitamin E is responsible for metabolizing and producing the mucous membrane there, maintaining the regulation that it will not be dry, okay, so that it can trap and it can moist and protect the cell membrane in the mucous membrane. But it is very important in all parts of the system, especially the eyes. So vitamin A is very important. B12 much more, because it can support the bone marrow, the nerve, and also the spinal cord there, where the signaling, okay, the communications and interpretation, like for example, if you have pain here or if you have wound here, okay, the message will be sent to your brain, and the brain will send message for interpretation, for repair, for regeneration. That message will pass through our spinal cord, and that is how vitamin B12 is important with the other nutrients, but B12 is responsible for that concern. Now, where can we find these vitamins? Vitamin C, you can find these almost of the fruits and also vegetables. But in the citrus fruits, including the pomelo, pongkan, orange, okay, you need to have that in your daily diet. Vitamin C, plate full of fruits that is rich in vitamin C. If you having problem with that, then you need supplement. If you cannot find, okay, and that's not available always, you need to supplement that. That is my recommendation, my personal recommendation, because we need vitamin C every day. But the problem, if you can't, okay, then you need to have daily, because the problem here is the availability, the sustainability. Second is the vitamin A. Where can you find that food that is rich in vitamin A? Okay, this is very good because vitamin A can be found in avocado, kamote, fresh flesh. So you can find that, and also in the spirulina. Okay, spirulina, but you need to choose the best spirulina. Okay, the best spirulina, the Hawaiian spirulina, according to so many research. Okay, there is a comparison between other spirulina, and they found out that this Edmark Hawaiian spirulina is higher, okay, content of vitamin A, and this is very important. And second, third, B12, you can still find this in egg, okay, and meat, and liver. You can find that, and the liver can also find the vitamin A, okay. And the good news is, if you don't or cannot find vitamin A, if you're eating food that is rich in carotene, like for example the dark green leafy vegetables, beta carotene can provide vitamin A, or can give vitamin A when the body can sense lacking of vitamin A. So B12 can be found also in spirulina, and they found out that this B12 is higher in Edmark spirulina. So most important, if you are meat eater, you need to add fiber in your diet to have a clean colon, and the absorption can be facilitated. Yes, So if you are meat eater, you need to have fiber so that you can clean your colon and the absorption is available, and then the nutrients can pass through that road. Then you can have enough vitamin B12 and your body starts to prevent deterioration. So thank you so much for listening. If you need anything, then please like and subscribe my page and my YouTube channel, and let's meet again. Alhamdulillah, thank you for watching.